They say don't go. That's deer tracks. On Silverton Mountain, if you're looking for an Homo sapien. So, I forgot to say that before I left the dental office, I did buy one of those products they told me of last time, and I wasn't sure if it was cheaper in pharmacies, and it was about the same price, so I bought it from them. So I still made a purchase supporting them, right? And that's the sense of community. But monetary paradigm, it prevents community, right? It's a beautiful day, but there's still icy spots in the shade and where the water has been melting and getting into the road. So there's not a lot of traffic on this road, and I'm telling you, I'm just enjoying relaxing the view, and it's quiet too because downhill is I'm not giving gas where the the leak in the exhaust manifold doesn't make the noise. And I tell you, I brake less coming down these hills than I do in the city with red lights that you have to stop for at a pace. You're not going to start changing the gears for an automatic. So I tell you, I'm coming down second gear, and sometimes I'm even giving gas. So the compression of this engine is freaking awesome. It's almost at 290,000 kilometers. So I got to, it has a fairly fresh oil change. I got to keep my oil changes very well, and it's going to last a long time. So I take pride in what I've done so far, but this summer, man, if I could have a place that it doesn't move and I can borrow a ladder, it'll make me so happy to start painting it a little bit too. And it's not expensive if you do a little bit at a time, but the thing is like right after I changed the radiator, the first day I use it after my starter goes. So that's over $1,000 twice in the same month. That was brutal. That was brutal on my budget, but at least there's that. My rear brakes are worked on like 3 times to make sure they were well done, so I don't need to worry about that for a long time, except maybe in a couple of years do a little bit of maintenance cleaning on it. My front brakes are 10% left, but I barely brake. And maybe I'll meet somebody and we'll do it together, because it's a little bit easier doing the front brakes than rear brakes, I would say, on a vehicle like that. So, and maybe one time I'll get like a small portable solar panel this summer, and maybe 1 or 2 batteries. Like, I'd like to change the battery in my motorhome that is in the front. There's like the main one, then there's a secondary one, and they put a deep cycle RV, and I don't know, maybe that's why there's always a weird thing going on that I can't have too many electronic things at once. But it's also they're getting old, right? They've been dead a few times, and but if I put new batteries, it could be that my electrical stuff is more trustworthy to have, like wipers, heaters, headlights at the same time, everything, without worrying. But there's also gauges that don't seem reliable because they've been added on later, and they might not have been really well done. They're not the original gauges for things like coolant temperature or battery charge. But then I would still keep those other batteries, like especially the one that's a deep cycle, even though it might not be great, and buy another one and buy a portable solar panel, and then I'd try the furnace myself, fixing it myself. I looked at a lot of videos last year on that, and I figured I couldn't work it because it was plugged into the system that was related to the solar panels. But if I get that going, because the propane tank is still in pretty decent shape, and I cook with it, but I've never used the... I take pride. It's getting better, and inside the floor is nice. I've been taking off my shoes for the last many months because I put those multicolored play mats. It's really cool. It's still not nice to have my own bathroom and shower. My own. That's really what I'm looking for. So if I get to a community where, let's say, I can rent at a good price a small office, or I could leave a few storage things there too, so it's not so messy inside my motorhome, and there's a bathroom there, even a small little shower, that'd be like, that's all a minimalist need to offer my programs and to be of service and even volunteer because I have more energy. I don't have to worry about my health or where I'm going to go to the bathroom or heating or consistency, right?